Why, you have a preference?
Yeah, and you do too. We've talked about this before. Guys, today we are talking about whether or not you should be stacking gold or silver. Yeah, that's our topic. So, Andrew,
Gold or silver?
yeah, I think we both lean towards gold, right? If you were to be stacking one or the other right now.
But the
But
situation changed
it did change.
since last time we talked about it. Now gold's went way above all-time highs. We're hundreds of dollars over.
So,
You think it's going to keep going up? You think
yes.
it's going to drop? Oh, you do think it's going to keep
But
going
so just to put this out there, because some of you assholes watching this video, and not all of you, there's only a couple. You know who you are.
Some of you.
Yes, that you over there, you are. We're recording this video most likely a couple weeks prior to when you're actually seeing it. So if we're talking about spot price,
It's usually a week or two
it's
behind,
usually a week or two behind, number one. Number two, also, you got to remember, spot price changes daily. So if we say, oh, spot's 2,500, 25.25 right now for gold, it could go up by $40 the very next day. This isn't like a live real-time thing. We don't record this at an 8 a.m., edit it, and then post it the same day. So keep that in mind. No, keep that in mind, all right? But the information that we're giving you is relevant, and the concepts are relevant, but we're just kind of talking about spot as a moment in time. So right now, as we're recording this video, this is September 14th. 8:30 in the morning on Saturday. Gold is at what? 25? Can you look? Because we're recording on this thing. 25.80, 25.60. What are we at? 25.77. Okay, so 25.77. So yes, so what Andrew's saying, gold shot up even further from when we were last talking about gold and whatnot. And then silver was at 31, I believe.
Yeah.
It was like just under 31. What should people stack right now?
So, I've been pro gold in all these videos and any recommendations I have. But you know what? If you think about it, silver's got to tag along at some point.
Do you think it's tagging along now a little?
It's starting to go up, and it's definitely a good sign.
Because it dropped down. It was down to like 28.
It still hasn't even hit all-time highs.
No.
Gold, like I said, gold's like a performer, man.
Yes, it's
Gold's
been
gone,
constantly
broke its all-time highs 10 times this year.
Yes.
So
maybe even more than that.
Yeah, I think it was 13. It said on the news the other day, but silver not even near all-time highs. If silver followed the same path and went to all-time highs and beyond, it should be $70, $80 an ounce right now.
I agree.
But it's just not happening. But I think I'm gonna buy a little bit of silver. I think it is gonna move.
Are you?
I think it's gonna. I don't know about $70, $80, but I think it's gonna at least become
back to its
closer
all-time
to
highs,
what it is
like,
now in all-time highs.
Like around $48, $50
Yeah, it'd be nice
range.
to see it high 30s at least. I'm gonna buy some.
Are you?
Yeah.
Stack it for yourself. Put it off to the side somewhere.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Maybe 1,000 ounces.
Not bad. Not bad. I've also noticed too, because gold has become as expensive as it is. Some people think it's still a good deal. Some people think that anything below 3,000 is actually a good price for gold. You have some people that are so bullish about it. It's hard to. Here's the thing, right? Because when I
imagine it hitting 3,000 too. I don't know.
Yeah, but people never thought it would hit 2,000. Like I think I told you this when I first bought gold back in, I would say 2006, 2007, sometime around there. Gold was at 880, something like that. And I bought 4 ounces. I remember I bought 30 10th ounce gold eagles at 110 a piece. And one 1 ounce gold eagle at like 980. And that was like when gold was at all-time highs, and there was all this hype. And
you were thinking about not buying it then because it was too high.
Right. But then I bought it.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing, is like gold now, now it's at above 2,000, almost 2,600. I mean, who's to say that it won't go to 3,000?
So like, I'm not seeing a lot of buyers at gold at this price. Don't get me wrong.
Me neither.
I have the same, customers that pick up a couple ounces here and there, but like nothing like when it was 2,000, 1,800.
No.
People calling buying 25, 50 ounces at a time.
Do you think now, I think it might be two different things. Here's what I'm thinking, maybe even three. First thing is we're in an election year, so there might be people that
waiting
are,
to see what happens.
yeah,
I've had a lot of people actually come in and say that, that they're considering a metals purchase, but they're waiting till after the election. And, everybody has their own crazy theory of how it's going to affect metals,
Even though
if this guy gets in, this is going to happen. If she gets in, this is going to happen. It's like,
even
I
though
guess we'll see.
there has been no historical correlation between one
president
party.
and,
It doesn't matter if it's a Republican or a Democrat. One isn't better or worse for metals than another. It just has to do with the policies of the presidency at that time. Because there's so many things that, as you know, and as you guys know, that affect the price of silver and gold. It could be an economic downturn. It could be something like the recession of 08 or 09. It could be like a pandemic. It could be a war. It could be so many different things. There could be a disruption in the supply chain for mining companies and metals. So many different things can happen. You could have turmoil in a couple different countries that are big mining countries, like in different parts of Africa, and that can throw off stuff. I mean, so it doesn't mean that Republicans or Democrats are better or worse. But I think that people are just kind of sitting back and just kind of waiting and seeing what's going to happen. The other thing too, I'm thinking, is the economy. Like, it's still, even though all reports show that inflation has come down quite a bit, I think it's down below 3% now, 2.8, 2.7, something like that. People are still hurting.
People are hurting. I've been seeing big increase in scrap gold sales. Don't get me wrong. I know the price is high.
Price is high and they're cashing out.
You listen to the stories when the people come in, and a
Yes.
lot of them just say, "Hey, you know what? I really don't want to sell this, but
Yeah.
this happened. I need the capital for this. I need money for this. So I definitely see the struggle out there. And I have friends that are business owners and stuff like that, and that own restaurants, that own hair salons, whatever it is. And like, people cutting back on spending big time.
They are. I've cut back on different things that I've done for my business. I've cut back on marketing. I'm not buying, different things that I do for mailings. I've cut back on custom projects that I was doing previously. I cut back on that. Just kind of waiting and seeing what's going on. I was talking to a couple big YouTube content creators in the precious metals space. One in particular, Yankee Stacking. If you're watching, Yankee, good to have a talk with you the other day. But I was saying to him too.
Where's he out of?
He's out of New Hampshire. I was saying that, what it seems like, because I've seen a shift in the buying patterns of my customers over the last 6 months. I've been doing this now, the sales for
Cutting back.
yeah. And their tastes, like the things that they were buying, things are definitely shifting. I've been doing this for 5 years now of being a precious metals dealer, where, you can get a sense of the ebbs and flows, the different seasons, and just the buying patterns of customers and whatnot. But I definitely have seen a downshift in
Higher premiums.
yeah, higher premium stuff and the gold. And it's because they just don't have.
Yeah, but you know what? Gold, I was just explaining to you. You're always posting gold buffaloes, right? Now, for you, would be a good time to switch to buying gold bars. You said no, but I
For
don't know
me
if you've
to
been-
stack?
Yeah, to stack. I don't know if you've been seeing gold buffaloes, gold eagles. Premiums went up.
Oh no, they're
you know?
expensive.
Where
I'm-
the bar
well,
you could still buy wholesale.
I'm not
$15
buying-
over spot.
I'm done buying buffaloes because I have my tube, and I'm not going to be adding to my eagles. I have the one eagle. I don't want any others. So if I
One gold eagle.
yeah, only one.
Why?
Because I used to have like 13 or 14 gold eagles and one buffalo. And I was like, you know what? I'd rather have a tube of buffaloes, especially when the prices of eagles and buffaloes
Same.
became the same. So I ended up selling those eagles except for one, and then I converted all to
You're sold on
buffaloes.
the buffaloes.
Huh?
You're sold on the buffaloes.
Yeah, I like the buffaloes. So I just switched. That's the only reason why. I kept one eagle just because it's like you have to have one, and for video purposes or whatever.
Right.
But I used to have all the different, like I don't even know if I have a half ounce anymore, but I had like the different weights. I don't even think I have any 10th ounces right now. I think I sold them all. I think I could buy them so easily. That's why I'm not worried about it. When I say I can buy them so easily, not because of money, I'm saying like the sources. I can easily find them. That's
Suppliers.
not what I'm saying.
So we're way off topic.
It's your fault.
Gold or silver?
Hold on,
what's your
though.
pick here?
But we're saying, well, we're talking about the economy, though,
yeah.
first of all, because this matters as to why people should buy one or the other. So I've seen a downturn in the gold purchases. Certainly, they're not buying half ounce. They're not even really buying quarter ounces anymore. And quarter ounce always felt like the sweet spot. So now they're buying like 10th ounces if they can afford it.
But 10th ounce generic or 10th ounce?
No,
Eagles
10th ounce
and-
Eagles, Maples,
No,
Krugerrands.
Eagles always bother me just because they're the highest premium coin.
I know.
You know, what do you sell them for? 10% over, 12% over?
Whatever. So what I mean, it depends on what my wholesaler's selling them to me. If my wholesaler sells them to me for 4% over, then maybe I'll be at 8%. You know what I mean? Like a very small margin. If I buy it for 270, maybe I'll sell it for 280.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm not making big bucks. Even the Dos Pesos, you know how tiny, itty bitty, those are like 1/20th of an ounce. They're like $135 now.
Sell for 137.
Some for 137, really rake in that dough. I would say now, being that gold is as pricey as it is, for those of you that are watching, and you don't either have positions in either of them, I would go with like 10th ounce gold, and generic, because like Andrew's saying, it is cheaper. If you're looking to get like the most bang for your buck, get the generic bars. Blech. And silver. I would say, yeah, go with silver.
I'm going to recommend people buying silver right now. You know, I do think it's going to follow gold's path.
And we're not.
You know, and yeah, let's be clear. I'm not like, you know, I see in the comments too, they're like, these
Of
are
course
just two
there's-
idiots that are trying to scam people into buying silver. Listen, don't buy it from me. Don't buy it from Stormy. I don't know what to tell you, but
Yeah.
definitely put your money in silver right now. I think you're going to see it go up and follow gold's path.
The other day on my auction, Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, somebody was asking me, Stormy, I'll buy a gold buffalo. And I looked on the wholesaler price as to what the cost is to replace it for me if I were to
How
sell
much?
one of the buffaloes.
3.5%? Everybody has
It was, I don't even remember. But then I looked on an online retailer site, and their price was maybe only $10 above what my wholesale price was. And I said, during my auction in front of everybody, I said to the person, listen, just buy directly from this site, because what I can get it for is like $10 less, but then also I'm getting charged $24 shipping. So now I'm going to be below, like I'm going to be losing money. So I said, just buy it directly from them. So point is, like, I'm not going to steer you guys in the wrong direction if you come to me looking to buy or sell something, and neither would Andrew. So silver, I think, is a good buy right now. Get a little bit of 10th ounce gold in there if you can. If you can stretch for a quarter, go for a quarter ounces. I would say if you're looking to do anything with 1 ounces, look, if you've got the money, go for it. That's how you're going to get the most for your money, right? As you buy larger and larger weights, you're going to be paying less premium. If you can do that and spring for 1 ounce pieces, do it. But also, we were talking earlier, do I think gold is going to go up or down? I mean, number one, I have no idea. But if I were to just take a guess and throw darts at the dartboard, I would say this coming week, I'm feeling like it might pull back a little bit. But ultimately, I feel like gold is going to continue on the trajectory that it's going to just keep going up and up and up.
There's a big Fed decision next week also.
Yeah, that's going to whether or
Which is
not to
gonna
cut
be,
rates.
Yeah,
I always get this mix up. If they cut rates, gold goes up.
yeah. And see,
They're expecting to lower rates. That's
So-
what everybody's
so now there's
saying.
two
They're going to drop it
possibilities,
by 25
and now
basis
there's rumors
points.
that they're going to do it by 0.50, 50 basis
That would make
points.
gold go through the roof
It
then,
would,
right?
would really make it pop. But you don't know until it's
Until it
you know-
happens.
You know what's funny? I get customers that call it 159. They're like, you lock me in 25 ounces of gold? And like, you know, you have to make the decision to say, you know, should I call and lock this order in, or should I play the Fed decision? You know,
And that
so
comes out, what, like at 2 o'clock?
2 o'clock on the nose.
Yeah. What was our topic? Buying
silver.
gold or silver now. So we both agree. Well, Andrew says mainly silver. I'm saying,
I agree with buying both. I mean, definitely a good time to be in metal.
yeah, but mainly
You know,
silver
I would recommend
with a
silver.
little gold.
It has a little bit more upside, I think, right now.
Agreed. Guys, next week, definitely tune in for a video.
Yep.
Check out this
Bayshore Bullion Exchange
guy's website, EmpirePreciousMetals.com, and Tuesday nights, 6 p.m. Eastern, are my live auctions. Guys, we'll see you next week.
Have a good weekend.